East State Street in Athens will be a bit more congested. A local dam is getting demolished this month. And in sports, a preview of Ohio soccer. Newswatch starts right now.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
Though the potholes of last year on East State are long gone, the area will be getting more repairs in the next couple weeks. Good evening, I'm Taylor Bocelli. Thanks for joining us. The ramp to US 33 near Bob Evans in Athens will go through a renovation. It will be closed at East State Street to all traffic starting at 7 o'clock tonight. The closure will last until 8 a.m. on Wednesday, October 17th. The work being done is part of ODOT's US 33 Bridge Overlay Project. Any questions can be directed to the City of Athens Engineering and Public Works Department. Businesses and citizens are being urged to keep a close eye on their cash after an increase in counterfeits. The Athens County Sheriff's Department responded to a business in the Plains yesterday after they were given a fake $100 bill. The bill says for motion picture purposes. But a pack of bills can be bought online by anyone for around $15. The Sheriff's Office says it has seen an increase in these types of bills in the area, and people should use caution and check their money when receiving cash. Ohioans have less than a week to register to vote for the midterms. But across the country, this year's National Voter Registration Day broke the previous record set for new registered voters. Last week, more than 800,000 people signed up to vote in the upcoming midterms. That's more than 771,321 first-time voters who registered in 2016. Ohio's deadline to register is next Tuesday, October 9th. You can register in person at the Board of Elections or online by visiting the Ohio Secretary of State's website. A dam in Sandy Run is causing problems for the fish population in that area. Sandy Run is located in Zaleski State Forest and runs into Lake Hope. The dam was built in the 1970s, and the reason for its construction is unknown. The professor of environmental studies at Ohio University, Natalie Cruz, says removing the dam will help the fish population rebound.
Did an analysis, we found that there were half the number of fish species upstream than downstream, and by removing that dam, we should be able to have better fish populations upstream than we do now.
Cruz says removing the dam will also help water flow faster upstream, which will in turn improve the ecosystem of Sandy Run. The dam will be removed later this month once the ground is dry enough for trucks and heavy equipment vehicles to drive on the floodplain.
Welcome to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm your forecaster, Blake Cardesty. It was a very nice and pleasant day today in Athens. That's going to continue into the overnight hours tonight. Right now we're looking at temperatures 77 degrees under mostly partly cloudy skies. It'll be a very nice evening with winds out of the south at 4 miles per hour. Taking a look across the region, we have the same conditions across southeastern Ohio. Partly cloudy skies, very nice evening with the temperatures in the upper 70s. We have 80 degrees in Columbus for our warm spot, 77 in Cambridge, and 78 over in Marietta. As we take a look hour by hour tonight, looking at 9 p.m., mostly cloudy skies. We have some clouds coming into the area, and those will be clearing back out by midnight, looking at 70 degrees, as well as 3 a.m., 70 degrees under those partly cloudy skies. No, not much precipitation to be looking at. We might have a possibility of a couple showers coming in the next couple of days, but it's going to be a nice evening tonight if you want to go out and about tonight in Athens. Taylor, how back over to you?
Thanks, Blake. Not many people can say they've been bit by a rhinoceros. It happened at the Cincinnati Zoo, but was more like an accidental nibble. Brian Hamrick has the story.
Yeah, they're not exactly known for their ferocious teeth. A jungle cat, a shark, okay, but a black rhino? You can tell even the dispatcher couldn't believe he was saying it.
Engine 32, Medic 46 respond, Cincinnati Zoo, 3400 Vine Street, gate number 4. And what we have here is a rhino bite.
A rhino bite? If you don't think that's, well, jaw-dropping, watch this. Somebody got bit by a rhino in there, the baby rhino, today, so.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
We were just at the rhinos.
And how could it be? This is Kendi, who's also the culprit. Look at how cute 900 pounds can be.
If you're lucky, you'll hear him. He makes little squeaking noises.
The zoo tweeted out this: Kendi, the 1-year-old rhino, nipped the tip of an adult male's right index finger during a behind-the-scenes encounter earlier today. Kendi is a rare black rhino born July last year.
Every birth we have here is planned.
He's the first black rhino born at the Cincinnati Zoo since 1999. And now, a year later, the zoo says a man was feeding Kendi an herbivore treat when he was bitten. Fortunately, zoogoers are a forgiving lot. Doesn't dissuade you from coming back here and somebody got their finger bit by a rhino?
No.
You'll be right back.
Probably before it gets even colder, I'll tell you that.
You don't blame the rhino?
No, I don't blame the rhino.
Absolutely
I'm like,
not.
really? Okay.
The bite victim did suffer a dislocated finger. Zoo officials say they're happy the damage was not serious. An Ohio County Coroner's Office is warning drug users and their families to have the overdose reversal drug naloxone on hand. This comes after another spike in overdose deaths. Yesterday, Dr. Anahi Ortiz of Franklin County reported 7 apparent overdose deaths in just 24 hours. Last year, a record of almost 5,000 people died in Ohio from heroin, fentanyl, and painkiller overdoses. Naloxone is available without a prescription at any pharmacy. Ohio's largest Roman Catholic diocese plans to release more names of priests who have been removed from their posts because of sexual abuse and misconduct allegations. Since 2002, the Diocese of Cleveland has had a website with the names of all priests removed from their positions, but they now plan to add more names to that list, those who are accused and removed from ministry prior to 2002. It is not yet clear how many names the diocese will release. A new report suggests Ohio's public universities adopt tuition rate guarantees for undergraduates. A bipartisan panel of 10 lawmakers recommends the state discontinue a tuition freeze. Instead, the group says the state should limit how much the institutions increase tuition. The panel also suggests the state continue the Ohio College Credit Plus program, which allows students to complete college-level coursework while they're in high school. Coming up, did you receive an alert on your phone today? We'll tell you what it was. And President Trump is facing criticism after what he said last night at a campaign rally. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
Baseball is going fast, but don't get bored on us mid-season now. The playoff picture is starting to develop, and every game that we bring you will have playoff implications. Right now is one of the most exciting times of the fall.
Which means you can't afford to miss Friday nights with us. Live at 11:30, Gridiron Glory is here for you.
And check out our Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages all throughout the week. They're chock full of coverage.
So start your weekends with us. And remember, there's nothing better than Friday nights in Gridiron Glory.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
I'm such a huge fan of PBS. For my entire life, it's been our window into a world of the arts that isn't available anywhere else on TV. We learn about our numbers and our letters and singing through music, through the incredible children's programming they have. And then we grow up and we get to see the world of the arts, whether it's ballet or opera or Broadway, and so many other amazing moments that you wouldn't get anywhere else except for PBS.
I loved Ken Burns' series on the Civil War. It was deeply impacting. I love history. To have those stories told through these letters, through stories of love and loss, it rewrote the book on how to tell its story. When television was invented, there were a lot of people who had dreams about what it could do. I think PBS still aspires for and often succeeds at reaching the highest ideals of what television could be.
Your phone may have gone off today, but don't worry, it was just a test. It's called the Presidential Alert. Today at 2:18 was the first nationwide test of a new system to warn Americans of an emergency. The system is run by FEMA and all major cell phone companies participated. It works similar to an Amber Alert, but it can't be turned off. While Capitol Hill waits for the FBI investigation of Brett Kavanaugh to wrap up, lawmakers are shifting their focus to President Trump for comments he made about Kavanaugh's accuser. As Omar Jimenez reports, lawmakers, including those in the president's party, are criticizing the comments.
As the country waits to see if Judge Brett Kavanaugh will be their newest Supreme Court justice, President Trump is standing firmly behind his nominee, which now includes mocking the woman accusing Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct, Christine Blasey Ford, accusations Kavanaugh denies.
How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where is the place? I don't remember. How many years ago was it? I don't know.
The day after, Democratic and even some Republican senators unhappy with the comments.
I don't like what the president said last night. I'm the first person to say, I want to hear from Dr. Ford. I thought she was handled respectfully. I thought Kavanaugh was treated like crap. Yeah, well, boo yourself.
Some senators expected to be key, even potentially deciding votes in Kavanaugh's confirmation.
The president's comments were just plain wrong.
Is it going to affect your vote, Senator?
It's just not right. I wish he hadn't have done it. And say it's kind of appalling.
But Senator Jeff Flake adding the president's comments would not affect his vote. Wednesday, the White House defending those comments.
Every single word, second by second of his testimony has been picked apart. Yet if anybody says anything about the accusations that have been thrown against them, that's totally off limits and outrageous. This entire process has been a disgrace.
Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is pushing to begin voting as soon as Friday. In Washington, I'm Omar Jimenez.
The FBI is set to finish their investigation into Brett Kavanaugh tomorrow or Friday. And as more people come forward about their experiences of sexual assault, the long-term effects are becoming clear. More than 1 in 3 women have experienced sexual assault, according to the CDC, and up to 75% of women are estimated to have experienced sexual harassment on the job. Now, a new study shows survivors could face some serious long-term health problems. Kim Hutcherson reports.
Anxiety, depression, insomnia, high blood pressure, just a few of the serious health consequences facing women who've survived sexual assault, according to a new study published in JAMA Internal Medicine. The study evaluated more than 300 women between the ages of 40 and 60. It found that survivors of sexual assault were 3 times more likely to be depressed than women without a history of sexual trauma. They were also 2 times more likely to have high anxiety and sleep issues. Also, women who reported sexual harassment at work had higher blood pressure than women who didn't, putting them at serious risk for stroke, aneurysms, kidney disease, and the #1 killer of women in the U.S., heart disease. The researchers say their study shows the critical need to reduce the rate of sexual assault to protect women's health. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Its crackdown on e-cigarette companies. The latest is a focus on Juul, a company that some say has kid-friendly flavors. Flavors include chocolate cupcake, tutti frutti, and mango, which critics claim increased Juul's youth appeal on Friday. The FDA conducted a surprise inspection at Juul Labs and seized over 1,000 pages of documents. This comes after the agency asked Juul to turn over any information they had on why the device is so popular with teens in April. Several weeks ago, the FDA issued warning letters to e-cigarette sellers around the country to stop selling the products to minors. Apps are taking over another aspect of the travel industry. That story's still ahead.
And we have some warmer weather, some warmer weather continuing over the next couple of days, and we have some thunderstorms possible as well. I have more details on that when Newswatch returns. But first, here's a look at the stocks of local interest.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at woub.org. And thank you.
I love PBS because at the heart of everything PBS does is education.
I use PBS not only in my home, but also in my classroom.
It's kind of the idea of being the great equalizer for learning and for education.
I'm a lifelong learner, and PBS has always been part of that journey for me.
I love PBS because PBS supports teachers.
They know what works for kids and what's best for kids, and that's why I love PBS.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
PBS had a special on Pearl Harbor, and once Landon started watching the show about the Arizona, he completely became fascinated.
That's Donald Stratton, and that's me.
And then his Christmas wish this year was to meet Donald Stratton, one of the survivors from the Arizona.
So good to see you, buddy.
Everything that Landon has learned from PBS, it's immeasurable.
This is for you.
Thank you, big guy.
He is living proof of the effect that PBS has had on his life.
Welcome into the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm your forecaster, Blake Hardesty. It was a pretty nice day today in Athens, and that's going to continue into the overnight hours tonight. As we take a look across the region right now, we're looking at 77 degrees in Athens, 79 in Ripley and Ironton, 80 degrees for one spot in Columbus, and 77 over in Cambridge. Across southeastern Ohio, it's going to be partly cloudy skies across the region into the overnight hours tonight. As we take a look for the precipcast right now, we have clear skies moving into the overnight hours. See this cold front out here over in the plains that's going to be moving into the Ohio region overnight tonight and into tomorrow. That's going to spawn a couple thunderstorms tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, so if you've gotten about tomorrow evening, make sure you are aware of possible severe storms moving into the area. Tonight in Athens, looking at a low of 68 degrees under clear skies. It's going to be a very nice, pleasant evening. You want to go out for a walk, you're taking kids to the park before it gets dark. It's going to be a very nice evening to do that. We have winds out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour. Hour by hour tonight, we're looking at 9 p.m. tonight, 72 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Those clouds, if we do have them, are going to be clearing out by midnight. And by 3 a.m., 70 degrees for a low overnight tonight under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, lows around the region, 68 in Athens, 68 in Ironton and Ripley, 70 degrees up in Newark, and 70 degrees in Cambridge. As under those clear skies, it's going to be a very nice evening into the evening tonight. Tomorrow in Athens, look at 78 degrees. It's going to be a cloudy morning as some storms begin to build out to the west, like I mentioned earlier. So those thunderstorms could be making it to Athens on the afternoon time, evening, with winds out of the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, highs around the region, looking at 78 degrees in Athens, 83 in Ripley, 82 down in Ironton, 80 degrees in Jackson, and 77 over for the folks over in Cambridge. Again, those clouds are going to be moving in, thunderstorms moving into the area, possible severe. So make sure you stay tuned on whether those storms are going to be dangerous or not for you. Looking towards our weekend on Friday, 74 degrees for Friday. Saturday, we're looking at 84 degrees under clear skies. Those showers are going to be moving out, so we'll make for a very nice weekend. Sunday, looking at 83 degrees. Might have a pop-up shower every once in a while in certain areas, but that's not very a strong case for us at the moment. Monday, looking at 84 degrees for high temperatures, 15% chance of rain. Again, rain not much of an issue for us at the moment. Tuesday, start of your work week, 82 degrees, low of 62 degrees overnight on Tuesday. As we look at Wednesday, 81 degrees, and for a low of 63 degrees. Nice week ahead. Those summer conditions are still going to be lingering as we go about the work week. Taylor, I don't know about you, but I think I like those warm temperatures still ahead.
I do as well, Blake. Airbnb has changed how many people travel. Now other peer-to-peer sharing apps are gaining popularity by letting you do the same thing when it comes to your car. In today's Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney has a closer look at the tech startups changing the way people rent and own their cars.
A brand new car, and Brittany Young is actually making money off of it.
Total, I made about $800 so far.
She's one of millions using the car-sharing app Turo to share vehicles with complete strangers.
When they pick up my cars, I give them some suggestions of where to go, what to do, what to eat.
The Turo app allows you to rent your car to pre-approved drivers and offers a cheaper alternative to the car rental counter.
You can get the car delivered to you at the airport, curbside, or if you're traveling locally, you can have the car delivered to your home or to your office.
CEO Andre Haddad says it's like an Airbnb for cars.
Our hosts are sharing their cars because for the first time, the car is no longer a depreciating asset that costs them money. It's an asset that can pay for itself.
The Get Around and Hire Car apps are also giving users more flexibility and customization. Along with Turo, all three work like an online dating app, allowing users to browse vehicles in their area and pick one that fits their budget and occasion.
If I was to rent a high-performance car from a rental car company, that would be at least $300, $400. At Turo, I could get it for $100.
We've got more than 850 makes and models, so you can get a very basic car for $20 a day, and if you want to splurge, you can drive a Lamborghini for $2,000 a day.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Hi there, I'm Nick Orsini, and coming up in sports, it's a big week for our coverage of high school football games. This week can make or break a team season. I'll preview the key matchups in Week 7. Plus, Ohio soccer hosts Akron tomorrow at Chesa Field. Hear from head coach Aaron Rodgers. That's all coming up after the break. Stay with us. And be sure to stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
This fall is going fast, but don't get bored on us mid-season now. The playoff picture is starting to develop, and every game that we bring you will have playoff implications. Right now is one of the most exciting times of the fall, which means you can't afford to miss Friday nights with us. Live at 11:30, Gridiron Glory is here for you. And check out our Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages all throughout the week. They're chock full of coverage. So start your weekends with us. And remember, there's nothing better than Friday nights in Gridiron Glory.
I'm such a huge fan of PBS. For my entire life, it's been our window into a world of the arts that isn't available anywhere else on TV. We learn about our numbers and our letters and singing through music, through the incredible children's programming they have. And then we grow up and we get to see the world of the arts, whether it's ballet or opera or Broadway, and so many other amazing moments that you wouldn't get anywhere else except for PBS.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at WOUB.org. And thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Nick Orsini. Midweek action for the Ohio soccer team this week, coming off a 1-0 victory over Miami and a 1-1 tie against Ball State. Head coach Aaron Rodgers was pleased with his team fighting back for the tie, but knows his team is capable of lighting up the scoreboard.
We're getting better and better every game. I mean, as this group grows and gets closer together, I think we're just improving, and we're going to score more goals. We're going to continue to create those chances. And obviously in soccer, it's vital to defend well and to not give up goals. And I think we're doing a really good job of defending with not only tactically, but just with physicality and with grit. And I think that's going to take us a long way in the league.
First touch against Akron is set for 4 p.m. at Chesa Field. To the gridiron, we are approaching week 7 in the football season already. And with the postseason just a month away, there are plenty of teams in our coverage looking to enhance their resume with a big win this week. The Athens Bulldogs are currently on the outside looking in, coming into this week at the number 9 seed, and they travel to Meigs to face the Marauders. Trimble is coming off a 42-12 beatdown over the Waterford Wildcats. They host the Miller Falcons. Hillsborough is sitting in the 7th seed in Region 11. They hit the road to face Washington Courthouse. But the game of the week and arguably the game of the year, the 6-0 Tri-Valley Scotties host the 6-0 Sheridan Generals. Both teams are coming off dominating performances last week, and last time the Generals went to Tri-Valley, the Generals ended the Scotties' 47-game conference win streak. Tune into Gridiron Glory on Friday at 11:30 to catch all the highlights from this much-anticipated week. It's hard to believe, but the basketball season is right around the corner. The Ohio women's basketball team had their first official practice of the year. Head coach Bob Bolden returns for his 6th season at the helm. The Bobcats only lost 1 senior from last year. MAC Freshman of the Year Sierra Hooks returns, Amani Brooke and Dominique Dosick return, so there's a lot of veteran faces returning for Ohio. In exactly 1 month, the Bobcats return to the Cavo for an exhibition against Walsh. And tune into SportsBeat tomorrow on 1340 AM WOUB. Host Lucas Moore and Luke Steiner, who is stepping in for Russ Heltman behind the glass, preview Ohio football's road trip to Kent State. Can the Bobcats start off conference play with a victory? Plus 13 ABC sports director Justin Feldkamp from Toledo calls into the studio for an interview. It all goes down tomorrow at 6 p.m. on 1340 AM WOUB. Well, that is a wrap for sports tonight. I'm Nick Ursini. Taylor, back over to you.
Thanks, Nick. You know the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but here's the story of the fireman and the Three Bears. It was actually an entire fire crew that was awoken in the middle of the night by the sound of a garbage container tipping over. When they checked it out the following morning, they saw a mother bear watching over the toppled rubbish. It didn't take long to put 2 and 2 together and figure out there were cubs trapped inside. While one fireman distracted the mama bear in another recorded video, the first responder lifted the lid so the babies could escape. And escape they did. All 3 of them ran off back to their home. As cute as this is, always call professionals to deal with trapped bear cubs. And that's it for me for now. Now over to our final look at weather with Blake.
It's going to be a nice, pleasant night tonight in Athens. Low tonight is going to be 68 degrees, mainly clear skies. It's going to be a very nice evening, very pleasant evening. Winds out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow in Athens, looking at 78 degrees for our high temperatures. It's going to be a cloudy morning as some thunderstorms begin to build. Those thunderstorms are going to be hitting us here in Athens tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening time. And we're going to have winds out of the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we take a look at a 7-day forecast, here are the thunderstorms I mentioned earlier for Thursday. Friday, we cool down a little bit to 74 degrees. We warm back up for the weekend to 84 degrees on Saturday and 83 on Sunday. Very nice, pleasant day. As we look at Monday and Tuesday next week, more summer conditions still ahead. Taylor, back over to you.
Thanks, Blake. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Taylor Pacelli. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at woub.org. Have a great night.